Seagoville police arrested a driver for a deadly hit and run. While the victim's family is relieved, they say they also feel guilty about what happened. Fox 4's Natalie Solis is live at the Seagoville Police Department. Natalie, all right, you're going to have to explain why the family feels guilty about what happened. Tell us.
Yeah, well, Steve, 62-year-old Robert Laughlin, a family tells us, had a very troubled past, and it all culminated with a long night of drinking, and they say they were trying to do what was right, keep him from getting behind the wheel of the car, but even they couldn't have prevented what happened next.
He went drinking. He's not supposed to drink.
Betty Williams is Robert Laughlin's ex-wife. She says he showed up at her Seagoville home early this morning after a night at the bar and got in a confrontation with his son.
He goes, I told you before, if you ever got back drinking or doing drugs, I wouldn't have nothing to do with you. You know, and all of them got into it.
She says Laughlin was insistent on jumping in his truck and driving himself home. Her son decided to take matters into his own hands and removed the battery.
They didn't want him to go off in the truck and hurt himself or hurt someone else.
They thought Laughlin would sleep in his truck, but soon realized he was gone, taking off on foot, trying to make the nearly 5-mile walk home in the dark in the wee hours of the morning.
10 minutes goes by, and he calls my phone, and he tells me that I found him, and he's gone.
Her son found his father off the service road, bloody, mangled. No sign of the driver who hit him. Police later learned the driver was 29-year-old Michael Shane Thomas driving a white Silverado. They say a relative overheard him say he'd hit something and convinced him to go to police.
Well, again, the victim's family says that he did have a troubled past. We know that he did have a long rap sheet, but they say that his children loved him unconditionally. They were trying to do the right thing. So tonight, unfortunately, they are feeling not only the pain of his loss, but also just guilt about the way that he died. Now, as for this suspect, police say they have no way of knowing if he was under the influence. They tell me he said that he was not, but we do know that Michael Shane Thomas was arrested for DWI in 2006. Steve?
Right. Natalie Solis, thank you.